All of you Cobra Kai fans must be really excited now that Season 5's coming out. Usually the new season premieres on New Year's, but this time they're going to release it somewhere in September. We bet a lot of you are feeling impatient. Don't worry though, we can spend a lot of this time mulling over rivalries from previous seasons. After all, what is Cobra Kai without its infamous rivalries? Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRusso. Cobra Kai doesn't feel complete without Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRusso and their heated exchanges. Exchanges which eventually result in them demonstrating a good old karate fight. In Season 1 of the series, they both meet each other after a very long time. After a series of unfortunate communication gaps, both add fuel to the fire that was their long-forgotten 30-year-old rivalry. Johnny reopens the Cobra Kai, and you all know what Daniel feels about that. That small reaction opens up a past wound, and both men are at it again. Johnny continues training kids from a local high school, and it's the same school that Daniel's daughter, Samantha, goes to. Meanwhile, Daniel turns himself back to karate and starts training Robbie Cream, who happens to be Johnny's son. The thing with this rivalry is that you often find yourself having a hard time deciding which guy to root for. They're both right in their own ways, and they've both been wronged by each other multiple times. Moreover, neither of them ever took the time to talk to one another or just discuss the reasons of their assumed rivalry. But hey, the show's entire premise is based on these two landing into fisticuffs with each other over small things, so whatever. Every time Johnny and Daniel try to bridge their gap, something comes up to push them apart once again. It's how Johnny said in Season 1, just when you think things are going good, everything falls apart. Words of wisdom from Mr. Lawrence. And then in Season 4, for the first time ever, we see Johnny and Daniel join forces. Of course, they're both, reluctant about this newfound friendship. They both have different thoughts about karate, and that's obviously going to cause a bit of a rift between them. But we're hoping that we'll see more of them as better friends in Season 5. Both Johnny and Daniel's characters can show a bit of growth by finally acting like adults and getting over their differences and opinions. Miguel Diaz and Johnny Lawrence. Cobra Kai began with Johnny becoming across a helpless Miguel, being beaten up by bullies from his school. Of course, Johnny runs to his rescue and scares the bullies away. Then the next day, Miguel, who also happens to be Johnny's neighbor, approaches Johnny, asking him for fighting lessons. Johnny refuses, but eventually gives in and decides to reopen a Cobra Kai dojo. That establishes the backstory between these two. Johnny is the master, Miguel is a student. Miguel doesn't have a father, so he kind of sees a father figure in Johnny, obviously. And then comes in Miguel's mother, Carmen. Carmen and Johnny spend some time together, and there you got it. There's a sizzling chemistry between them. So it was no surprise when the two started going out. But here's the catch. They had to hide their relationship from Miguel. That would just be too freaking awkward to deal with, considering how Johnny is, Miguel's mentor. But then the cat's out of the bag, and Miguel is confronted with the truth about his mother dating his sensei. There you have it. All hell breaks loose. We're just eager to see how this one unfolds. Samantha LaRusso and Tori Nichols. Tori and Samantha have been rivals ever since Tori made her first appearance in Season 2. Their rivalry also explores the divide between them, a divide created mainly due to class differences. We all know how the all-out karate war started. Tori attacked Samantha for exchanging a passionate kiss with Miguel, and instead of dealing with it in a better way, she lashed out at Samantha. One thing led to another, and the entire school became involved. Daniel's students and Johnny's students took this as an opportunity to take on each other and have a show of power. Oh god, these karate students. It seems like the karate really gets to their heads sometimes. Tori's aggressive and absolutely ruthless. We wouldn't ever want to cross paths with her, but when you think of the circumstances that she's been through, you're gonna realize why she's so angry at the world. Samantha is from a privileged family, and while she's kind and fair, sometimes she can come off as very entitled. It's no wonder why the two clash so frequently. And Season 4 ends with Tori winning the All-Valley tournament. She shows a new side to herself by asking Samantha if she's okay once she won the match. That made me really hopeful for a friendship between these two really strong-minded girls. Let's hope Season 5 continues their rivalry, evolving into a reluctant friendship. John Kreese and Terry Silver. When Cobra Kai Season 1 first aired, we all assumed that this monstrous villain from The Karate Kid was dead for good. We were just as surprised as you are when we learned that Johnny Lawrence's Cobra Kai dojo was alive and kicking at the end of Season 1. We weren't surprised to learn, however, that Kreese hadn't changed a bit. He was still the sinister and nefarious man we had gotten used to back then. The same man who had almost killed Johnny after his loss at the tournament. He's just got bad vibes written all over, that's for sure. Making his appearance in Season 4, Terry Silver is first shown to be an ally to Kreese. They both have the same goal, to take down Daniel. But over the course of the series, they have their own little conflicts. And as these things go, the conflicts convert into a full-blown rivalry. Kreese has his redemptions and has become more reflective by now. He's trying to atone for all of his past mistakes. He's a man seeking betterment. But Silver, well, Silver's a whole other story. He's got that darkness inside of him, and he's just going to unleash it on everybody. Now, Silver has turned against Kreese, and he wants to seize control of the Cobra Kai. Season 4 ended with Silver plotting against Kreese and having him arrested for aggravated assault and attempted murder. When John was dragged away by the police, he promised Silver that this was no end. Cobra Kai was nothing without its intense rivalries, and we're sure that Season 5 is going to be focusing on this new dynamic between Terry Silver and John Kreese. Old pals turned into enemies. We're pretty excited to see things unfold between these two in Season 5. We're also waiting to see exactly what would happen to the Cobra Kai dojo now that the dynamics have shifted. The best thing would be for Kreese to find a way out of his arrest and then facing Silver head-on. Chozen and Terry Silver. Chozen made his first appearance on Cobra Kai as a guest character in Season 3. Now, if you're a hardcore fan, then you must remember Chozen from The Karate Kid. It was so nostalgic seeing him on screen after such a long time. Chozen was introduced in Season 3, so Daniel LaRusso could have some support before the All Valley tournament. He's a professional sensei, and he's quite well-versed about different martial arts techniques. Daniel having him on his side is a sure advantage. With the new Season 5 trailer, it's absolutely certain that we're definitely going to see some Chozen and Terry Silver rivalry. There's going to be a big showdown this season. Perhaps the biggest showdown in the history of Cobra Kai, as things are bound to get intense from here on out, peoples. We're also excited to see how things are going to unfold between these two, especially since Terry Silver had quite the, evil plan for the Cobra Kai dojo. We've seen so many changes these past few seasons, so let's just root for something good this coming season. The only way to get this particular rivalry resolved is to put both Chozen and Silver in a one-on-one match and just let them go at each other. Silver's going to be the main antagonist in Season 5, as most fans have speculated, but we would love to have someone kick his ass. Anthony LaRusso and Kenny. When Anthony was introduced in Season 1 as Daniel's son, he was a quiet kid. We didn't think anything, of him, and he wasn't anything special at least. He's mostly been a supporting character so far. He seems content with being a background character, we suppose. But they're finally shaking things up. Anthony goes to West Valley Middle School and becomes part of a bad crowd. Yeah, that's right, people. Daniel's own son becomes a bully. He and his friends bully the new kid, Kenny, and when they see him dancing while waiting for the bus. Thereon, of course, things get out of hand and the bullying gets out of control. Kids really don't know when to stop. And you know by now how these things go. Kenny ends up by joining the Cobra Kai so he can learn some good old-fashioned karate and take his revenge against Anthony. It's Miguel versus Kyler all over again. We don't think Anthony's going to be able to take it unless he takes some karate lessons himself. So let's see what goes down between these two kids in Season 5. And that's a wrap for this video. You got any more questions about the new upcoming season of Cobra Kai? Let us know in the comment section below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. I'll see you in the next one.